baby girl. Hey, 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 hey. Shout out to the realest one and out.
To the next step.
My ibeDOXA.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is DOXA and welcome if it is not your first time. It's good to have you back. And if it is, what's up newbie? I hope you love it here and yeah, it's great this side. So today's conversation on I Hate It Here is about accountability and knowing your limits. And also, it's just like a message to the givers. Yeah. Let me take a sip because I got a lot to say.
I know that's right.
According to Abraham Lincoln, child. According to Albert Einstein, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again expecting a different result. So sometimes I'm insane. I do the same thing and I expect a different result, and like I treat people the same way. And thing is about takers is that they don't have a limit. They don't know when to stop, and people always keep taking and taking and taking until you as a giver know that okay fine, this is not how I want to be treated, or you get it. I've been going through the motions of having boundaries, setting those boundaries and sticking to them. So it's very important to have boundaries. It's important because like it shows that as much as you want other people to respect you, that you respect yourself. But it's very difficult for me to actually leave a friendship or a relationship without knowing that I've actually done all that I can to actually secure and know that okay, look, it wasn't my fault. One thing about takers is that they're very manipulative, and if you don't know or you don't stand your ground, then it's gonna be something that can continuously happen. You know what, a lot of the time it's not your fault. Like you need to acknowledge that it's not your fault. It's never you. It's never you, because you do things, you go out of your way for people that would never do the same thing for you, because you expect people to have the same good heart as you do. But then let me tell you something. For me, the most important, lesson that I've learned this year is that it's okay for people to not want to be in your life, and you need to learn to let that go, and you need to learn to move on, because like if you are not whole on your own, then you're never going to be whole.
Dang.
It's so hard. It's so difficult to be a giver.
I hate it here.
One thing about givers don't know how to be accountable. And I don't mean like accountable to everybody else, but I mean accountable to themselves. I mean, you do things, right? You go out of your way when you do things, and you're just there for people. You show up for people that don't show up for you. They show you that they're not showing up for you. They go ahead and they do that. And then you see what I mean, child? You need to learn, how do you expect people to respect you if you don't respect yourself? If you don't respect the boundaries that you have placed for yourself? Don't you think that it is important to honor your word before you expect other people to honor yours?
Wake up! Wake up!
I was talking to my mom the other day, and we were just talking about how like letting people go, and we were talking about letting people go and moving on to the next step in your life is never easy, but sometimes it's necessary, because if you don't know your limits, you're not going to move forward. And it's going to be a consistent thing that like you are consistently disrespected, you consistently take bullshit, You consistently allow this and this to happen. You consistently allow the same people to do the same thing to you. You actually knowing that, look, enough is enough. When do you feel like enough is enough though? You don't have to keep going to the same people and getting your body battered and bruised and until you know that enough is enough. The first time it hurts you, and then because you know you're a giver, you're gonna give it back. Then you give them the opportunity to be better. Sure, they do the same thing to you again. And I feel like it also goes for relationships. Like, it's very important to set a standard with the relationships that you form. And especially when you go into a new relationship. I read somewhere on Twitter that they were saying that what was I saying? They're saying don't tell your new person about what your ex did to you because like you're giving them ammunition. I agree and I disagree with that because it's true. I think in my experience it has been ammunition, and even if they didn't like do it the same way, but then at some point it will always circle back to that. And if you basically set, like, I think this conversation goes with knowing how to deal with your emotions and knowing that you can't always be making decisions using your emotions. Sometimes you need to use your head and your logic and to feel whole. Like, you must look back and be like, hey child, did I like that the last time they did it? And then you must also look at yourself and say, like, sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, was that you, Brandon? Was that you? That's you, ain't it? That's you. You are the same person crying over the same person. And it's ridiculous. Yeah.
I look like a clown. Just for
There's no point in talking to people that you're gonna tell over and over again. You know, it's about actually limiting and breaking the source. You must be the source. You must acknowledge and recognize that you're the source. You know.
Wake up out of your sleep.
Also, not to give us really body sometimes shame. I won't even lie. Not sometimes I'm just like, girl. I don't like it. I'm always like, I don't like this, but why am I doing it to myself? And then they tell me that no, don't do that. Then I go and I do it again. I'm a clown.
Excuse me.
I look like a clown.
That is clownery on its highest level. Don't constantly beat yourself up. You know, you don't need to be battered and bruised to know that you've done enough. Go where you're loved and where you're appreciated. Because if you go where you're not, it is gonna be the worst thing that you ever do to yourself. It's gonna be the worst impact on you and who you are, because people take us through shit that changes our aura. You change who you are, you change who you want to be. I've found myself in a lot of positions where I'm constantly adjusting myself so that I don't get hurt. But I'm taking away the layers that make me who I am, which is so messy because, like, personally, I don't deserve that shit. It's so whack that people would want to put you through that, but it is so whack that you allow them to. Trust me, if they didn't change the first, the second, or the third time that you told them, then they're never ever gonna change. They're never ever gonna change, and that's on period.
Period.
You can actually get up and walk the fuck out of my life. And I hope you wouldn't care, unless I care about you. Then I would like shed like the tear tube and then I'll be fine. Because I got this to carry me. No, I don't have this to carry me. But I got the word of the Lord, child. Can I get an amen? Let me tell you something. Hey! People will show you flames, okay? Please don't get it twisted. Nobody is always there for you the same way you are for them. I think you'll know it after the fifth time that you forgive them. Yay! Lena, hey, you're so forgiving. Why, child? Why? That's the shit that drives you crazy. Why do you do that? Why do you want to be driven crazy? Why? Is it not enough that people are taking from you? That you want to empty yourself completely? Is that not enough? It doesn't make sense. Please. Out the fucking door. Please go right now. For me, it's all about reciprocation. I'm not saying tit for tat, because tit for tat is a whole different chat. It's all you. It's all you. In conclusion, please know that you are the best you, and there's nobody else that can take your place. It's know your standards and keep them high as fuck, cause ain't nobody. Know your boundaries and stick to them. Respect your word and honor it. Okay guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me. I hope that you learned a thing or two from this video, and I'm so glad that this glass is not as empty as I thought it would be by now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, and for sharing. Being there with me in this journey. It hasn't been easy. Yo guys, if I were to tell you the things that I went through for this. But I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I'm on this journey. So thank you so much guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment down below what you guys think. Are you a giver or are you a taker? And do you agree with me or you don't? It's okay. If you don't agree with me, child, please don't be shy. Guys, please like this video. I'll see you on my next video. So yeah, and in the meantime, salute.
My baby doctor.